Hello again. Um, I'd just like to ask if anyone uses the Plenty of Fish free dating website. Yes, that's the one that's featured in the Lady Gaga video for Telephone with Beyonce. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yes, Plenty of Fish gets a free advertisement in the Lady Gaga video. I think that's the only place I've seen it, apart from maybe in a movie. I can't remember which movie it was in, but I think I've seen it in a movie. Now, if you use the Plenty of Fish site, what do you actually think of it? Do you think that it's worthwhile? I mean, I'm on it, and I've been on there for, I think, over a year, possibly a year and a half to 2 years, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure exactly how long I've been on, but it's somewhere in the region of that, I think. I pretty much stopped sending messages out to people on there because most people on there, for some reason, don't answer. So there's not really much point in sending any messages if nobody's gonna answer, is there? Let's face it. So maybe once in a blue moon I might send a message, but at the minute I ain't sending any. Unless somebody messages me, and then I'll message them back, because then you've got some sort of correspondence going for at least 5 minutes, if you're lucky. But I don't know what it is about that site. It's I think it would be a lot better. I know it's free and everything, and so I guess we can't grumble too much because it's free. But at the same time, it is supposed to be a dating site, and maybe if you look like Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp, maybe you do okay on there. But if you don't, then I don't think many people are going to get very far on it. That's what I think anyway. I'm not sure, I'm just guessing. But what's your thoughts on it? Do you have much success on there? Do you get plenty of messages? And when you message people, do they bother to get back to you? Because I hear I've met loads of people at these Plenty of Fish meetup nights that they have. If you don't know, the one round here, I mean the Plenty of Fish for this, what am I saying? On the website, there's a meetup party for the Northeast area, and that takes place at Shearer's Bar, Alan Shearer's Bar, in it's St James's Park in Newcastle. And there's also a one in Sunderland, which I believe usually takes place at Privilege Nightclub, which is next to Crow Tree Leisure Centre. And sometimes it's a different place, or I can't remember the name of the other place, Bedlam something, I might be wrong. And there's also one that takes place in Durham. That one I've never been to, but I have been to the Sunderland one, and I have been to the Newcastle one quite a few times. But what was I going to say? The meetup nights are quite busy usually, especially the Newcastle one. And I did a few stints signing people in a few times at the door, just writing people's name tags out and stuff and what have you. So the only trouble is that these places tend to have the music blaring most of the night, and that makes it very difficult to sort of talk and communicate with people. It's always a case of like, what? You what? Can't hear a goddamn thing they're saying. It's a case of screaming in each other's ears, which kind of, I think, defeats the purpose a bit of a meet-up thing, because if you can't hear each other properly, I mean, you'd have to be, I guess it works well if you are both drunk, because I guess when people are drunk they tend to not care and things tend to develop better, I think. But if you're sober, it doesn't go so well. And I don't drink, so, But I think I forgot what my original point was now. Started talking about something, went off on a tangent and forgot what my original point was. Yeah, anyway. I don't know if any of you have been to any of the meetup nights, but if you have, what do you think of them? Did you enjoy it? Do you think they're any good? And that's to not just people from the northeast, but from anywhere really. If you'd like to leave us a message or make a video, I'd just like to know, what you think of the Plenty of Fish site. And I find it's quite I don't know, it's quite an uphill battle, that site, so I tend not to bother with it too much at the minute. I'm just on there by default. I just leave my profile on, and if I get a message or get some messages, then that's okay. But most of the time on there, I must admit, it seems a bit dead these days. But I did delete my profile like a couple of months back or so, 2 or 3 months ago, something like that. And since I put it back on again, it seems to have gotten worse. I don't know what happened. Maybe you have to have been on, kept your profile on there for months and months and months before you actually, anyone notices that you actually exist. I don't know how it works exactly. It's kind of confusing. But anyway, I'd just like to know what you think of the Plenty of Fish website, and does it work for you? Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got to say. Bye for now.